Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Guest Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Of course I am. This is where I am, always. Today is Sunday, July 23rd, and the moon is in Libra. Moved in to Libra about 2 o'clock in the morning, I think, here on the east coast of the U.S. Of course, Libra is a conciliatory moon. It's a peace-loving moon. It's a sense of balance and also a sense of what is proper. There's a sense of propriety with the Libra moon. I'm guessing MTG doesn't have a Libra moon. I have done a reading on her. I'll have to check. You can check that out in the just put Marjorie Taylor Greene in my in the search, and I believe I did an astrology, a Kabbalah on her, and yeah, she has the possibility, the potential to be quite the criminal. Maybe it doesn't take astrology or Kabbalah to tell you that. Maybe you just got to watch her. But it's definitely there. Anyway, let's not talk about that. I don't know, lower than, she's one of those people who has to get on her tiptoes to see over the curb. That kind of deal. Because that's where she chooses to be. All people are worthy and of love and respect and the like, but it does count if you give it, and she doesn't seem to give it, so who cares about her? Anyway, how very un-Libra moon of me to even bring it up. We do have a couple of things else. We have a couple of other things. Boy, am I speaking English this morning? It's early and I only had a sip of coffee. A couple of other things going on today. Chiron is stationing retrograde. It'll be retrograde until December 26th. Anytime a planet, an asteroid, starts to change direction, moves retrograde, it's an opportunity for us to reevaluate. Chiron in Aries is the wound of identity. It's the wound of masculinity, toxic masculinity, as it were. It can be not standing up for yourself. It can be being too aggressive. There's all kinds of ways. And it's also the wounds of war, Chiron in Aries, the wounded warrior, as it were, and those who were wounded by warriors. So we have an opportunity to reevaluate ourselves, Aries, the I am, how we've been able or not been able to express who we truly are, and how wounding that might be. Oh, look, we have a lovely lily here, and then we have the tiger lilies here, which are just so pretty. I love those guys. So we are starting to see more things bloom. And that little stoppage in the bloomage, now things are starting to bloom again. So we have an opportunity to heal. See, Chiron is the wound, but also within the wound is the medicine to heal it. It's homeopathic in its nature. A little hair of the dog kind of experience, as it were. So, so we have an opportunity to do some pretty profound healing. And don't we all need it? In fact, the United States of America has a Chiron in Aries. And we can certainly see the wounding around, there's also the wound around the right to exist, Aries. And we struggle, we do. We all kind of struggle in that way, especially when we are looking to people in quote unquote authority, people in charge, that kind of energy, who are telling us who we should be, who we shouldn't be, who we're not, who we are. Nobody really has the right to tell you who you are. You get to decide who you are. And at some point, people are just going to have to get their nose out of your business. I've lived in New England for a long time. So one thing I love about this place is really nobody's in your business. Nobody's in your business. And I just love that. It's so very Yankee. Anyway, what else is going on? Yes, Mercury. The Mercury, is it? Mercury and Uranus. Is it the Sun and Uranus? Hold on, let me think. Sun is not in Leo yet. Mercury Uranus is making a square today. Mercury in Aries, Uranus in Taurus. First quarter Christ in action. Uranus and Mercury have a special relationship because Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. This can be sudden information coming in, downloads, sudden messages that sort of disrupt. Also, some really good ideas can come in that sort of shift your perspective on something and perhaps shift your how you might resolve an issue or a problem. So that's happening later today, but exactly later today. But the day is one of new ideas coming in. Some of them will be brilliant, and some of the information might be a little upsetting because it sort of upsets the apple cart. But that is the nature of the aspect. So the oak leaf hydrangea here in the front of the house is now turning its new color. It starts off white. Now it's getting creamy with these hints of pink. Yeah, this is a beautiful bush. I love to watch the just different color changes. Just makes it so much more interesting. So that's what's going on. That's the story. Morning glories. Have yourself a wonderful day. It's really nice right now. It's kind of cool. Still muggy, but kind of cool. And been diligently working on my door. Come to find out, the door is really an antique. It's like a handmade door. So I'll show you when I finally get all the goop off of it. And then I'll hang it and we'll take a look at it. But yeah, I'm excited. I didn't realize it was such an old door. And we actually have a number of these doors in the house. So now I'm totally inspired to take them down to the bare wood. Thing is, I've been using the citrus strip, which is you can't drink it, but it's kind of non-toxic. It doesn't have the VOC stuff. You don't have to wear a respirator. You don't have to wear the super thick gloves. But it takes so long. So I might have to get the really yucky stuff and gear up like I live on Mars to do the other ones. But I'll keep you posted on that stuff. Hey, by the way, I did the astrology of the week ahead. This is the last week of July 23rd to the 31st. This week we have Pluto square the nodes. I talk a lot about that. We also have a number of inconjuncts that are going to require us to make some adjustments in our lives, but you can check that out. I don't even think it's that long. Last week's one was like an hour, but there was a lot to talk about last week, right? This one might be a little bit shorter. So if you want to check that out, please do. My astrology and Kabbalah of August will be coming out soon, as will my tarot scopes. I've already done the fire signs, and trying to get those done instead of doing them all at the last minute and needing to take a nap for 2 days. So, because it is, when you open yourself up like that to the ethers, it can be a little somewhat overwhelming and exhausting. All right, you don't need to know that. Okay, guys, have yourself a wonderful day. Love ya. Have a good week. Stay cool, please. Stay warm if you happen to be living in a cold place. Stay balanced. Stay calm. And love one another. Be kind. Much love. Namaste.